guys, it's summer, and today, as you can see, I will be doing a well-needed book review because I haven't done one in a while. So that's what we'll be doing today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get on into this video. So I know I should have looked in my videos and seen where I left off at, but I was too lazy. So I'm just gonna infer, make a little educated guess, not even educated. It's been like a while since I read this book, and you guys are like, what book is this? This is The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. And let me tell you guys, this was, I think I said in my last review, but I wasn't too sure about this book when I first bought it. And I said it was okay and that it was kind of boring in the beginning, but I said that I believe it was getting more interesting. Yeah, I read this whole book and I kind of want to read it again because it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I need to quit moving and shaking the table. In this year total, I've read three books. I'm on this one, so 4, which is pretty good. Next year I want to read, I kind of set the bar too high this year and was like, I'm gonna read a book every month. That's a lot. But yes, this book is The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. It's 37 chapters. Please don't look at my nails. I went through this book quite fast, actually. I don't even remember when I finished it, but it was earlier. I would say in the middle of the year. I love it so much. This is my favorite book that I've read this year. Out of all the books, I listened to one audiobook, and that was It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. But this is my number one. This is my number one. The Colleen Hoover audiobook was number 2. This was number 3. And this is number 4. So I don't know if I should tell you guys about it, because in case you guys want to read it, but I'm going to give like a brief introduction of it. Well, I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to tell you guys what was my favorite part of the book. Yeah, I'll do that. So my favorite part of this book was, I would say there was a lot of parts that I really enjoyed, but I would say my favorite is when the cops, went to the island, Janice Rock. They had to go there because, I'm not gonna get too specific, but the cops were called on them because that was not their baby, and so they were finally busted. And that was my favorite part because the wife, I'm not gonna say the names. Should I say the names? Maybe. But the wife, she was really going through it, and I felt really bad for her, but I also felt bad for the husband, because when you go through like miscarriages, not everyone reacts the same. It's kind of like with pregnancy, each woman doesn't have the same symptoms. Some women, they lose their teeth. A lot of women, they lose their hair. And postpartum is really, a different experience for like every woman. So she went through a miscarriage and multiple miscarriages, actually, y'all. She went through multiple, And it was really, you could tell it was really weighing down on her conscience and on her mental health. And this book was kind of, the setting, it was written pretty, you know, back. Like, if this is not a newer book, but when it was written, the setting in which the book was written is, you know, it's not 2000s. So mental health wasn't really taken seriously back then, and people thought like, oh my gosh, you're crazy, you know, if you talked about those type of things or were honest about it. So she was really going through it, and she did not want to go to the doctor because she was like, I'm fine. It was really showing when that baby showed up, because she was like, I was like, oh my gosh, she's going crazy. I was really sad actually, because I was like, oh my gosh, no, she's going like, not crazy, but it's just like she wants to keep this baby. Like, I was freaking out. Like, her husband, he was freaking out. He was like, girl, this is not our child. And she made him go along with everything. And I still don't blame her too much, but I still do blame her because she put him through a lot. And mental health is really serious, you guys. Mental health is really serious. And she was becoming, you know, cuckoo because of all the miscarriages. And she was really saying like, if we don't keep this baby, then if you don't let me keep this baby that we just found, then you don't love me. Like, this is for us. She was saying like, this is for us. And I was like, no, this is for you, girly, because you want a child. But I'm just like, what? I was like, why can't they just, you know, adopt a child? Why can't y'all just go and adopt a child? Because stealing a child that you don't know if their other parents are still alive is kind of scary. And then when they got caught, she had a really good husband. He was a really good husband to her. When they got caught, she was like, it's your fault. You told on us. You didn't let me keep my baby. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's going crazy. She was like, how could you tell on us? You know, she made him bury a man. Like, it was too much. It was really too much. And he was going through it because I was looking for this, and this was behind my back. He was really going through it too, because he was watching his wife become mentally unstable. And he could hardly do anything because she was refusing medical attention. And it was really weighing in on her. So he couldn't really do anything. You're probably like, why is that your favorite part? It's my favorite part because it was already going to happen eventually. Like, they were going to get caught eventually. But she was becoming so attached to the child, and it was just, I was waiting for the ship to sink, because I just could not, like, the whole time I couldn't bask in the warmth of her, you know, grasping or becoming attached to someone else's child. I couldn't bask in it like she was having a ball, but I couldn't, because the husband, he was worried the whole time. Like, he was talking about how he was worried the whole time, and he was just like, watch, he got her act like this child is hers, like she birthed this child, and her saying this child is a gift from God, like, and he's trying to do the right thing, and she's going through it mentally, and she's trying to not do it. She's like, this is the right thing. Us keeping this baby that's not ours is the right thing. And he's just like, no, the right thing is to, you know, find the parents. And then when they got caught, she gonna blame everything on him. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's really losing it. Because, girl, he did all of this for you. Did you forget you're in a marriage? And she was telling the police this whole story that he threatened her to keep this baby and it was all his fault. And I'm like, Miss Ma'am. And she's over here talking like she's in her head. She was arrested, of course, but she was let go after she blamed everything on him, and he was fine with it. He was like, I know we've been through a lot, and she's been through a lot, you know, and it's fine if I'm the one who has to take the fault for it because, you know, she's been through a lot. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's such a good husband, you know, and he really loves her. And the police were interrogating him like, I know she did it. I know one of you did it. I know you're lying. And I'm just like, they're right. But I didn't want to really see her go to jail either. Because again, she's not well. And the ending of the book was really nice. You guys, please, I 100% recommend this book. This book is 10 out of 10. It's just that good. I really loved it. Like, I was hooked on this book. I really enjoyed it. It's a roller coaster and I love it. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I really wanted to read it again, but I was like, I have to move on to another book. So 10 out of 10 recommend The Light Between Oceans. I want to get the book One of Us is Lying. I want that book next. I'm gonna get that for next year. I go through a period where I start watching shows and then I'm just like addicted in watching so many different shows, and that's me right now. I'm addicted. I've been watching so many different, I watch C dramas and K dramas, but I've been watching Chinese dramas for a minute because I don't know, there hasn't been that many good, well, on Netflix there has been a lot of good Korean dramas, but on other platforms not so much. I've been watching so many Chinese dramas, and that's probably why I'm not done with this book. So The Eternal Love, the 3rd season just came out. It been out since earlier this year, but it just was like uploaded onto the platform that I watch dramas on. I was waiting all year. I was checking constantly, like, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? And then I completely forgot about it, and randomly I looked it up yesterday. Not even yesterday, a couple days ago, earlier this month. And it's out. It's been out since like probably November. This is the book I'm on currently. I got this book for free at like this little event me and my family went to. They were giving out books from a library. And this is The Fall of Princess, a novel. It's by Roderick. Why did I just say Roderick? I can't read for some reason. Robert Goldrick, okay? And apparently he's a best-selling author. Oh, he's of the book Reliable Wife. Anyway, I wasn't really, this is the only book that I just was like, the other ones were really boring in my opinion. They weren't, I couldn't like gravitate towards this one. Toward this one too, but I just ended up getting this one. Okay. I don't know who he is. It's on the inside. I'm gonna read you guys the just overall view. It says, New York City, the 1980s, young men, princes all, too much money, too much freedom. They thought it would never end. In The Fall of Princess, best-selling author Roderick. Why do I keep saying Roderick? Girl. Robert Goldrick brings to a vivid life. For some reason, every time I try to read on here, it's just like it never goes right. In The Fall of Princess, best-selling author Roderick Okay, we can do this. We can do this. In the Fall of Princess, best-selling author Robert Goldrick. We can do this. We can do this, okay? In the Fall of Princess, best-selling author Robert Goldrick brings to vivid life a world of excess and self-indulgence where lemon oh I know how to read, y'all. I know how to read. Where limousines waited for hours outside of Manhattan. Where limousines waited for hours outside Manhattan's newest trendy club, or the latest. Okay, so this book is so boring. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It sounded boring. And then I was like, when I got ready to read it, I was like, maybe it'll be interesting. Maybe it'll cut me off, you know? And it's boring. Where am I? Let's look and see. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, it says it. I'm on the second page of chapter 2. The second page, and it's so boring, y'all. I'm forcing myself. I really am. I'm forcing myself to read this book. I haven't read this book in I don't know how long. I told y'all I've been finished The Light Between Oceans. This whole time I've been trying to read this book, and it make me hate reading. And I love reading, but I'm still gonna try. Like, I don't like starting things and not finishing them. How long has it been? 3-4 months since I touched this book. I don't even look for it. Like my other books, I take them everywhere. I take them in the kitchen. Even if I don't read it, I take the books everywhere. I take it to the kitchen, take it to the living room, take it, not the bathroom, but I take it everywhere, you know? With this book, it's just been sitting on my nightstand, collecting dust. It's so boring. So in the first chapter, I'm going to give y'all a little brief overview of chapter 1. So chapter 1, there's 23 chapters only. I can't do this. I can do this if I really wanted to, but it's already December. How am I going to read this 23 chapter boring book in the course of 2-3 weeks? Make it make sense. The introduction of chapter 1 is it's just getting into things, talking about how, you know, they got into the gambling world, or how they're, you know, becoming successful, you know, gaining money. And that's pretty much it. I can already tell y'all right now, I do not recommend this book. It's boring. It's like a biography almost. I'm not really interested in biographies. I'm gonna be outright with y'all. Biographies are a bore. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear about your life. I mean, unless it's like a biography on like BTS. I would get that book. That would be really interesting. I'm gonna put the screenshots in. There's multiple books. I've been going to stores, and there's multiple books that I've been seeing that look really good. I've been going to stores and reading books, you know, just the overview. And y'all, there's so many books that I want. I was supposed to be looking for new books, okay? But I ended up purchasing One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. So she should be here in a week or two. It has really good reviews, and it's been in my wish list for a little minute. So if you're not reading, maybe you should make it a New Year's goal and read a book for the new year. But I hope you guys like today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's almost Christmas soon, so I hope everyone's gonna have a good Christmas and spend some time with their family. But yeah, that's all for today's video. I might see you guys tomorrow, maybe not, if I have time to film and edit. But I love y'all. I love you all. I almost said I mixed it up. I love you guys. 안녕, 사이지엔.